In Subconscious Power, Kimberly Friedmutter introduces a profound concept. The subconscious mind is not a passive, background entity. Rather, it is an active, omnipresent force, continuously shaping our experiences, decisions, and the reality we live in. Imagine the subconscious as the silent architect of your life, working behind the scenes, orchestrating how you react to the world around you, how you respond to challenges, and even how you perceive yourself. Friedmutter reveals that the subconscious is responsible for storing beliefs, habits, emotions, and memories, many of which are created early in life. These beliefs, whether empowering or limiting, form the lenses through which we view everything. She suggests that the subconscious is like a vast database, filled with all the information we've absorbed since birth, much of it on autopilot. These programmed beliefs, once established, influence our choices and behaviors, often without our conscious awareness. However, what's truly fascinating is that the subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between past experiences, present circumstances, or future possibilities. It reacts based on its programming, taking everything in as if it were true in the moment. For example, if you've been conditioned to believe that you are not worthy of success or happiness, the subconscious will guide you towards experiences that reinforce those beliefs. In essence, your subconscious mind can either limit you or propel you forward, depending on what it has been taught to believe. What Friedmutter emphasizes is the transformative potential of becoming aware of this power. By learning how to communicate directly with the subconscious, we can rewrite the programs that govern our thoughts and actions. Instead of unconsciously operating based on past beliefs or external influences, we can actively choose to reprogram the subconscious, replacing limiting thoughts with empowering ones. Friedmutter encourages a shift in perspective. Rather than viewing the subconscious as something that acts on us, we are invited to see it as an ally in our journey of transformation. When we harness the power of the subconscious mind, we step into a realm of untapped potential, where we can rewrite our stories and create the life we truly desire. This realization is the first step toward unlocking the door to personal empowerment, growth, and profound change. In Subconscious Power, Kimberly Friedmutter delves into one of the most powerful and misunderstood tools for accessing and reshaping the subconscious mind: hypnosis. Far from the stereotypical image of a swinging pocket watch or theatrical stage performances, hypnosis is presented as a transformative method to directly communicate with the subconscious, bypassing the critical filtering of the conscious mind. Friedmutter explains that the conscious mind, the part of us that is alert, analytical, and logical, is like a gatekeeper. While it has an important role in protecting us and ensuring that we think critically, it can also stand in the way of personal growth. This conscious mind often questions, doubts, and filters out new ideas, especially when they conflict with long-held beliefs or fears. The subconscious, however, is more receptive, more open to change, and far more powerful than we realize. Hypnosis, in Friedmutter's view, is the key to unlocking the door to the subconscious. It's a state of deep relaxation and heightened focus, where the conscious mind takes a back seat, allowing the subconscious to become more accessible. In this state, individuals can access the underlying beliefs and emotions that influence their thoughts and behaviors. The beauty of hypnosis is that it doesn't require deep mental effort. Instead, it invites you to relax and let go of conscious resistance, enabling you to effortlessly reprogram limiting beliefs and patterns. Through hypnotherapy, Friedmutter teaches how individuals can work with a trained practitioner or even engage in self-hypnosis to access deeply ingrained thought patterns, often rooted in childhood or past experiences. Once in this relaxed state, the mind is more open to suggestions that can reframe the way we view ourselves, our worth, and our potential. For example, someone with a fear of public speaking might have subconscious memories of being ridiculed in childhood, which have been buried in their subconscious mind. Through hypnosis, this individual can access those memories, confront the root cause of their fear, and replace it with a new belief system. The subconscious mind can be reprogrammed to instill confidence, poise, and a sense of empowerment, transforming their ability to speak in public with ease. Friedmutter highlights that hypnosis is not a magical or instant fix. Rather, it is a tool that, when used consistently, can shift deep-rooted emotional blockages and negative beliefs. It helps to release the unconscious programming that limits us and replace it with more empowering beliefs, behaviors, and responses to the world around us. As the subconscious mind begins to align with positive suggestions, the ripple effect is seen in real-world changes, improved self-esteem, more meaningful relationships, and greater success in personal and professional endeavors. In essence, hypnosis offers a direct pathway to the subconscious, allowing for profound reprogramming that can lead to lasting transformation. The key is to embrace this tool with an open mind, trust the process, and allow the subconscious to help guide us to our highest potential. In Subconscious Power, Kimberly Friedmutter uncovers the profound impact that self-limiting beliefs have on our lives, often without us even realizing it. These beliefs are like invisible chains, binding us to a reality that doesn't reflect our true potential. They are the internalized messages we absorb from childhood, society, and our experiences, which tell us what we can or cannot achieve, what we are worthy of, and how much we deserve from life. Friedmutter emphasizes that self-limiting beliefs are not necessarily truths, but rather false perceptions, beliefs we've inherited or created through fear, past trauma, or external influences. For example, someone who grew up in a household where financial struggle was a constant theme might subconsciously adopt the belief that money is hard to come by, or that success is for others, but not for me. Similarly, negative experiences in childhood can lead to beliefs like, I'm not good enough, I'm unlovable, or I'm incapable of succeeding. These beliefs, often formed at a young age, don't just influence our thoughts. They shape our entire lives, affecting how we interact with the world, how we see ourselves, and how we approach opportunities. Self-limiting beliefs limit our growth and keep us stuck in cycles of fear, doubt, and mediocrity. The hardest part is that they can feel so real, so ingrained in our psyche, that we believe they define who we are. But Friedmutter stresses that the truth is quite the opposite. We are not our beliefs. The key to overcoming these beliefs lies in awareness. Friedmutter explains that the first step toward transformation is recognizing and understanding these limiting thoughts when they arise. This process requires deep introspection and honesty. Once we acknowledge that these beliefs are not truths, we can begin to challenge them. Friedmutter offers readers practical exercises to help break free from these self-imposed boundaries. One such exercise involves identifying the negative beliefs that hold you back, then questioning their validity. Are they based on fact? Are they even true? Most importantly, who told you that you couldn't do something? And why did you accept it as fact? Through this process of self-inquiry, individuals can start to reframe their mindset. This involves replacing outdated, negative beliefs with empowering ones. For example, someone who believes they are not good enough might begin to reframe this thought by affirming, I am worthy of love and success, and I am constantly growing into the best version of myself. By consciously repeating these new, positive affirmations and integrating them into daily life, the subconscious mind slowly absorbs and adopts these empowering beliefs. Friedmutter also discusses the importance of forgiveness in this process. Often, self-limiting beliefs are tied to unresolved emotions, past trauma, or negative experiences. Releasing these old emotions and forgiving oneself and others is a powerful way to free the subconscious mind from these restrictions. This step allows us to release emotional baggage that holds us back, enabling new, positive beliefs to take root. By practicing these techniques, individuals can reprogram their subconscious mind, freeing themselves from the shackles of fear and doubt. Over time, as the subconscious is rewired with more empowering beliefs, the individual's external reality begins to shift. Opportunities flow more freely, confidence grows, and a sense of possibility emerges. What once seemed impossible becomes attainable because the limiting beliefs that held them in place are no longer in control. Friedmutter's message is clear: you have the power to break free from the chains of self-limiting beliefs. With awareness, conscious effort, and the right mindset, you can unlock your full potential and create a life that is truly aligned with your true capabilities and desires. In Subconscious Power, Kimberly Friedmutter emphasizes that self-awareness is the cornerstone of any meaningful transformation. It is through the process of becoming acutely aware of our thoughts, feelings, habits, and emotional responses that we can begin to break free from the patterns that have held us captive for years. Without self-awareness, we are essentially on autopilot, unconsciously repeating the same behaviors, beliefs, and reactions, often without understanding why or how they are shaping our lives. Friedmutter argues that in our fast-paced, distraction-filled world, it's all too easy to become disconnected from ourselves. We go through the motions of life, reacting to external events without pausing to understand what's driving our reactions or why we feel certain emotions. Our thoughts, which are often rooted in past experiences, conditioning, and beliefs, run rampant in the background, influencing how we see the world and how we behave. Yet, most of the time, we don't even recognize that these thoughts are shaping our reality. This is where mindfulness comes in. Friedmutter explains that mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the moment, aware of what's happening within and around us without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can create a space between stimulus and response, giving ourselves the opportunity to choose how we react, rather than simply reacting automatically. Mindfulness and self-awareness are powerful tools because they allow us to recognize patterns in our thoughts and emotions. For example, someone who consistently feels anxious or fearful in certain situations may not realize that these emotions are linked to deep-seated beliefs or past traumas. By practicing mindfulness, however, one can observe these emotions without getting swept away by them. This awareness is the first step in realizing that these reactions are not necessarily helpful or true, they are simply habitual patterns that can be changed. Friedmutter emphasizes that self-awareness isn't about self-judgment, rather, it's about observing without attachment. When we become aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we can begin to separate ourselves from them. We are not our thoughts, and we are not our emotions. We are the observers of these inner experiences, and through mindfulness, we can start to regain control over them. This is the process of rewiring the subconscious mind, allowing us to break free from old patterns that no longer serve us. The practice of self-awareness also encourages mindful action. Once we are more conscious of the beliefs and emotions that influence our behavior, we can begin to make more intentional choices. Instead of reacting impulsively or in a way that perpetuates old habits, we can respond in a manner that aligns with our highest desires and goals. Friedmutter stresses that these conscious choices are how we begin to reprogram the subconscious. Each mindful decision reinforces new, empowering beliefs and behaviors, creating a snowball effect that leads to greater fulfillment and success. Friedmutter guides readers through a variety of mindfulness practices, including meditation, breathwork, and journaling. These practices are tools that help to center the mind, quiet the noise of external distractions, and bring awareness to the present moment. When practiced regularly, mindfulness creates a foundation for sustained self-awareness, which then opens the door to deeper self-discovery and growth. Ultimately, Friedmutter's message is clear: self-awareness and mindfulness are the keys to unlocking your subconscious power. By becoming more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and habits, you can begin to identify areas where change is needed. This increased awareness is what allows you to take control of your life, make conscious choices, and reprogram your subconscious mind to work in alignment with your true potential. In Subconscious Power, Kimberly Friedmutter introduces two of the most potent tools for reprogramming the subconscious mind: visualization and affirmations. These techniques are not merely wishful thinking or positive daydreaming, they are powerful, scientifically backed methods to align the conscious and subconscious mind with your highest goals and desires. Friedmutter emphasizes that the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. This phenomenon, known as the mind-body connection, is the foundation of why visualization works so effectively. When you visualize a specific outcome, whether it's succeeding in a career, finding a fulfilling relationship, or achieving a personal goal, your subconscious mind processes that mental image as if it were already happening. The more vivid and emotionally charged the visualization, the more deeply the subconscious integrates that image into its belief system. Visualization, in essence, is like mentally rehearsing success. By regularly visualizing positive outcomes, you are training your subconscious to expect success and, in turn, guiding your thoughts and actions in that direction. For example, an athlete visualizing themselves crossing the finish line first, or a public speaker visualizing delivering a flawless speech, is preparing their subconscious mind for that exact reality. This technique allows the mind to bypass the doubt, fear, and uncertainty that may arise in the conscious mind, replacing them with confidence, focus, and belief in the desired outcome. Friedmutter also encourages readers to make the visualization as detailed and sensory-rich as possible. Imagine not just the result, but also the sights, sounds, smells, and feelings associated with achieving your goal. This multisensory approach helps deepen the connection between the conscious mind and the subconscious, making the imagined experience feel more tangible and real. For example, if you are visualizing a promotion at work, imagine the feeling of shaking hands with your boss, the pride in your family's eyes, the sense of accomplishment you feel as you sit at your new desk, and the satisfaction of knowing that all your hard work has paid off. The more real you make it in your mind, the more likely your subconscious will start guiding you toward that vision. In tandem with visualization, Friedmutter introduces the use of affirmations, positive, present-tense statements that align with your desired outcomes. Affirmations serve as a direct form of communication with the subconscious, reprogramming it with new, empowering beliefs. These statements are more than just words. They act as seeds that, when repeated consistently, begin to grow into new thought patterns and behaviors. For instance, if someone is struggling with low self-esteem, they might repeat affirmations like, "I am worthy of love and success," or "I am confident and capable." Initially, the subconscious may resist these statements, especially if they conflict with old beliefs, but over time, with repetition and consistency, these affirmations begin to take root. The more you affirm your desired reality, the more the subconscious starts to accept it as truth, shifting your inner belief system and ultimately influencing your actions and experiences. Friedmutter stresses that the timing and emotional energy behind affirmations are crucial for success. To be most effective, affirmations should be repeated during moments of calm, ideally when you're in a relaxed state or just before falling asleep. This is because the subconscious mind is more receptive during these times, allowing the affirmations to bypass the conscious mind's critical filter and go straight into the subconscious. Additionally, it's important to feel the emotion behind the affirmation. Simply repeating words without emotional connection may not yield the same results as affirmations that are said with genuine belief, passion, and feeling. When used together, visualization and affirmations form a powerful duo that works in harmony to create lasting change. Visualization helps to establish a mental image of success, while affirmations reinforce the belief that this success is not only possible, but already within reach. By consistently practicing both techniques, you are not only reprogramming your subconscious mind but also aligning your conscious actions and decisions with your desired outcomes. Friedmutter concludes by emphasizing that these tools are available to everyone, and anyone can use them to create meaningful change in their lives. They are not reserved for a select few, they are universal, accessible methods for unlocking the power of the subconscious and achieving the life you've always desired.